Welcome back to Balls of Steel, the show that gets up people's noses faster than a Kate Moss lunch. My next guest is a cross between Andrew O'Keefe and Hannibal Lecter. Please welcome the game show host from hell, James Kerley. Hello, Clay. James. What have you been up to this week?
Well, Craig, have I ever told you how much I love the game Family Feud?
No, you haven't.
Good, because I hate it. Any game that involves boring statistical surveys just shits me to tears.
Have you found a way to improve the game? Because Bert would really like to know.
Oh, he's going to get excited. I've ripped it off, but only my one, you just say whatever you want and you claim that 100 Australians have been surveyed and that's the right answer. It's quicker and it's a lot eviler.
I don't think that's a word, actually, eviler.
Well, I've actually surveyed 100 ordinary Australians and eviler is a word.
Oh, really? There you go. Well, let's take a look at the eviler Kerley survey game.
I'm James Kerley and welcome to the Kerley Survey Game. With me, your host, James Kerley. Hello. Tonight we meet two contestants going head-to-head, trying to work out the most popular responses to a series of questions put to 100 ordinary Australians. Let's meet our contestants right now. We've got Luke and Daniel. Boys, welcome to my show.
Cheers, thanks.
This round is top three, 100 people surveyed, and the top three responses is what you've got to guess. Let's kick it off with you, Luke, starting with American cities.
Los Angeles.
That's number 2.
New York.
Number 1.
Chicago.
Chicago is a no-no. Number 3 was Washington, D.C. Now, let's head over to you, Daniel, for this question. Famous Australian landmarks. Let's get straight in there. Harbour Bridge? No.
Opera House?
2 wrong.
Ayers Rock?
None of them are actually correct, mate. Let's have a look at number 3. Barossa Valley, one of the biggest wine districts in the world.
That's true.
Number 2 was the Adelaide Zoo, and number 1, of course, the most famous landmark in Australia, the Rundle Mall, according to the 100 Adelaideans from South Australia surveyed as part of that question. Back to you now, Luke. Madonna songs.
Like a Prayer.
Want to take you there.
Like a Virgin. And Vogue.
Very good, all 3. Back to you. Let's get some fast points here. Daniel, let's go, let's go. Something you wear on a special occasion. Let's
A tie.
A tie?
A suit.
Change your thinking. Remember what I was saying
hat.
before? Not a hat.
Okay.
A diving mask. Number 2 was a beard, so maybe a nicely manicured beard. And number 1 thing you'd wear on a special occasion would be a condom. Wow, a very special occasion. 6 topics on the board. You choose one. Being the leader, Luke, you start first, and we'll give you 2 questions.
I'm going to go animals.
All right, animals. Household pets, name 3.
A dog, a cat, and a fish.
Smash that one home. 3 out of 3. Now your turn, Daniel. Looking for breeds of duck.
Peking? I'm thinking of dishes now. No, I don't know. I couldn't name duck.
Just need a pass from you. Say pass.
Yeah, I'll pass.
1 more for the computer.
Pass.
Okay, 2 passes and a wrong answer. Very disappointing. Let's have a look what it was. Number 3 was the Orpington. Number 2, the Muscovy. Number 1, this is the one me and Dad love to bring home for Mum on the table, the Abacate Ranger, as well for the record. Pick a topic, Daniel.
I'll do movies.
Movies for some bonus points. Academy Award-winning short films. We asked 100 people for these, and we got their top 3.
Oh,
Come on, mate.
I know that there's an animated one I know.
Well, there probably is, yeah.
I couldn't
We want with real people as
though.
well, but we need something more specific than the stab in the dark, mate.
I'd have to pass.
Need 2 more of them.
Pass, pass.
3 strikes. Let's have a look what it was. The Accountant came in at number 3. Number 2, a bank robbing special, West Bank Story. And number 1, 2 Soldiers, of course. Tough stuff. Moving back to you. Your response, Luke, Back to the Future movies.
Back to the Future 1. Back to the Future 2.
You may have cracked a code
Back
here.
to Future 3.
Okay, a slightly easier one. Moving on to the final round and my favourite round of the Kerley Survey game, of course, how well do you know yourself? Similarly, a survey-based game, but this time it gets personal. Luke, your picture was shown to 100 people and we asked which Hollywood celebrity you most reminded them of. Let's take a look at the top 3 answers. Tom Cruise, Daniel Craig, and Brad Pitt.
I'll take Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, very good. All right, Daniel, it's your turn now. We showed your photo to the same 100 people and asked them what word or phrase best describes you. We had cock, a bit of a cock, and a massive cock. What do you think best describes you? And ask yourself, Daniel, are you a cock?
A bit of a cock.
You're just a bit of a cock?
No, you know what? I'll be a massive cock.
You'll take a massive cock.
Yep.
You were a massive cock, that's correct. Unfortunately, although you are a massive cock, you're also a massive loser. Luke has smashed it home. Congratulations to the winner this week on the Kerley survey game. That is all we have time for. Remember, if enough people say it, well, it must be right. We'll see you next week on the Kerley survey game. I'm James Kerley. See you, good night. All right, just a big wave there, guys, to the main camera. And just a bit of a grin, not too many giggles. You look like a dick rather than a cock. I'm James Kerley. This is Tom Cruise, and that's a massive cock, and good night.
Come on. If you go on a game show and you don't know obscure duck names, what do you expect's going to happen to you?
Any dickhead knows what an Abboggate Ranger is, surely.
Well, not any dickhead, but one of those dickheads is here tonight. Amazingly enough, he's come along. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Daniel. Yeah! So Daniel, are you a massive cock?
Definitely.
You are, really? And if 100 Australians were surveyed, what do you think they'd call James Kerley?
An even bigger cock, really.
An even bigger cock. Please thank Daniel and keep your applause going for James Kerley.